Now, I was recently at this job about a month ago. There's a bunch of ponds here in the bush that I need to clean up. And the last time I was here, I managed to just get completely covered in leeches and ended up with blood everywhere. But these things happen, especially when you're an experienced bushman like me. And when I say experienced bushman, I mean I've got more experience than someone that's never been in the bush. And I was a Cub Scout about 40 years ago. So I think that well and truly qualifies me to find my way around this bush environment / big backyard and be aware of all the dangers of the Australian bush, namely the drop bear. Okay, so this pond, fish are looking very good. I'm very happy with the fish. There's lots of little fellas running around here. There's rosy barbs, there's goldfish, there's looks like mountain clouds, potentially zebra danios, but you know, I can definitely see rosy barbs. So the water clarity is great compared to last time. I can actually see the bottom of the pond, so water clarity has improved a lot. Fish look excellent. Now, the only thing that I am worried about, so see the way the surface tension is very, very high. I'm going to get much better results by redirecting the pumps. So last time I had the pumps set up so they would agitate the surface, but in that time, whatever's happened, the pumps are no longer blowing to agitate the surface. But it could also mean that the pumps are clogged up, because I did a very big clean on this one last time. And so therefore it's possible that since I've done the big clean, the filters have clogged. Because whenever you do a big clean, it's really important that you keep the filters clean, because they will often clog up with how... Whoa, wow, I mean, look how many... Hell, so many rosy barbs in here. I can't really see them. There's a massive patch of rosy barbs there. Anyway, just got my attention. Yeah, so I want to give that a clean. Now, the other thing is this system has a couple of all-in-one filters in it, and the UV globes are well and truly past the time that they need to be replaced, because I want to replace them yearly. So what I'm going to do now is just replace those UV globes, because that'll be one of the ways of getting even better water clarity. I'm going to scoop all the crap off the top. I'm going to siphon a lot of the stuff out of the bottom. I'm going to clean the filter and replace the UVs. And then I think this pond, I can call that pretty well done. I'm very happy with the progress of this pond. And I think after another bit of a clean up today, I'm going to say that this pond's in very good condition. The next thing I will do actually is test the water as well, because I've got some coral pieces too that I might look at putting in the bottom, and that might help us keep our KH up depending on what levels it is. This beautiful bush. Here, whipbirds, kookaburras, absolutely fabulous and beautiful. It's a very hot day today here in Sydney. Well, this is south of Sydney, but anyway. Well, I found the problem because I cleaned out the filter last month. This one has absolutely clogged up again. The impeller in this pump had all clogged up, so that's all cleaned up and fixed now. And that one has got putridly dirty. So once again, when you do something major with your pond, it's really important that you clean out your pre-filters, otherwise they end up clogging up and suddenly you don't have the water flow that you think you do. See what I did? I just lifted that off by undoing the clips. Then I just unscrewed that one and that one. That allows this to come out. I then undid that union. Then that allows this to come apart. I then turned it and I flicked open the lock, which is on the side of it. I can now pull out the UV globe. And now when replacing the UV globe, I want to make sure I use a Phillips globe, because the Phillips globes are the best and they last the longest. So the Phillips globes I think last 12 to 18 months, whereas your Chinese ones are more like 6 to 12 months. So we want to replace that globe on a semi-regular basis. The other thing I'm going to do is pull out this quartz sleeve, which is inside here, and give that a bit of a clean. Then I'm going to put it all back together again. I'll clean up the sponge. I've already cleaned up the biological media. I'll put it all back together, then I'll get it back in the pond. Now, this pond is in much better condition than last month when I was here. So this should last for a while. But once again, over time, all your pre-filters are going to clog up. Now, I am going to put in some sludge remover. And the sludge remover helps to break down all this sludge and keep your filters running better for longer. Yep, last time I was here, I got the shit bitten out of me by leeches. Now this fella, he ain't gonna get a chance to bite me, is he? Die leech. Can't do it. Oh, they're tough little bastards, aren't they? Let him go, he's just been trod on twice. He's invincible, isn't he? Alright. Die by screwdriver. Die. Bloody leech. Now bite me, hey? Okay, give it a go, buddy. One down. Doing my best for society. One leech at a time. So as you just saw, us bushmen, we need to be prepared for any sort of life-threatening situation that could occur at any time, such as that leech that you just saw me very bravely kill with a screwdriver. So all sorts of things happen in the Australian bush. For example, what if I get stranded here and I might need to call on my Cub Scout skills? I could make a fire absolutely anywhere as long as I had adequate amount of kindling, which in this area I certainly assume I would, and some fire starters and matches, maybe even some petrol, and then I could use my skills to start a fire and keep myself warm absolutely anywhere. Even in a hot summer day when I'd rather just have a cold drink, to be honest. I know how to do that one. Pump's a bit of a clean out. Now it comes to cleaning the sponge. We're really wanting to clean the sponge in water that we've removed from the pond, so we keep all the good bacteria. Where possible, we don't want to be using the hose to clean things out because we want to maintain the bacteria so it can break down the waste from our fish. Now at the moment, I've just checked the water quality of this particular pond. KH is 5, I'm happy with that. GH is 4, so I'd definitely like to bring that up. Higher GH is going to help the immune system, body slime of the fish. Phosphate nitrate, not a problem. And there's tiny traces of ammonia and nitrite in there, which isn't impressing me too much. So that would mean that the filters are not working efficiently, which doesn't surprise me considering they were so clogged up. So these filters will need cleaning a little bit more regularly. The other thing you could consider doing for the future is introducing some marine pure balls to the bottom of this pond, which will increase the biological capacity. But today I'm going to do a water change. I'm going to take out a lot of the debris, give the filter a clean, but a backup filter clean anytime you do a big filter clean is always advisable. It's never a one-stop solution to clean a pond. It takes an amount of time for it to deteriorate, and it takes a number of services to effectively bring it back. Okay, so one of the reasons why I'm believing that there's a little bit of ammonia and nitrite in the water is gas exchange. So at the moment I've got the 2 pumps working. One of them I've got shooting up, and what that's doing is allowing gas exchange. The other one I've got aiming that way to try and get a little bit of kinetic energy within this pond. So when I came and the filters were completely clogged up, you'll see the surface tension of the water in the earlier video was completely still. Now when there's high surface tension, that means the gas can't exchange. And if the gas can't exchange, that means the good bacteria can't get its oxygen because the filter's all clogged up. So we need oxygen in the water for the filter to be able to oxidize, because the bacteria that grows in the filter is supposed to break the waste from the fish down. So we had a bit of ammonia and nitrite. Now that we've got good surface agitation, now that I've cleaned the filter out again, I'm going to suggest that the ammonia and nitrite will go away. Now, as well as scooping all the leaves off the surface, the next thing I'm going to do is go and give the bottom a bit of a siphon. So you see that's getting dirty now. See, that's just gone black. Oh, it's actually clogged up already. That's fun. So I'll have to unclog that because there's a lot of crap in here. And I'll siphon out a lot of the crap off the bottom. So now I'm refilling this pond. I'm trying to make sure this surface agitation stays very well. I've put a few calcium carbonate rocks on top of the filter just to keep the filter sunk, because it did seem to roll around a bit and did end up not agitating the surface. So then the next thing I'm going to do is every 5 centimeters I'm going to add some water agent to the water to take the chlorine and stuff out. Then I'm going to add some sludge destroyer, because that's going to help break down all of that heavy waste that's going to clog up the filter. Then I'll just chuck an algae block in as well, just to help kill off the algae. And that, with a brand new UV sterilizer globe, means that the water should clear up quite nicely. But once again, we are going to need follow-up services, because there's still a lot of particles in the water. It's way cleaner than it was before, but once again, this filter is going to clog again and is going to need cleaning again before we know it. So that's something that is going to need monitoring. One's done now. It's all refilled. I've added the water ager. I've added a little bit of aquarium salt. GH salt is one of the best ways of helping the immune system of the fish. These fish are all looking very good. We have very good surface agitation. I'm hoping the ammonia and nitrite should disappear now that we have good surface agitation. And this pond should pretty much be out of trouble. But I will just say that the filters in here are very likely to clog again quite quickly, just due to the amount of sediment in the water. Because once again, when you clean a pond, you disturb it all, then it all gets stuck in the filter, then you have to clean it, and you disturb it all, then it all gets stuck in the filter, and then you clean it until eventually you get it cleaned for a period of time. So this one's all good now. Hello, Cocky. Don't eat that timber, buddy. Beautiful birds, but they love to eat your timber. So this is the joy of working outside. When I came here, it was boiling hot, and now it started drenching down rain. Almost looks like it's going to hail. So the fish here are very happy. So wish me luck. At least this time I didn't get bitten by any leeches. Got another leech on me. And what I hate about leeches is when you can't find them. As you little cunt. Tough little bastard, aren't you? How tough are the leeches? You step on them 10 times and they just keep living. Salt? Yeah, salt's the go. You got to tip salt on them. They hate salt. I don't think that guy likes being squashed. Serves you right, mate. Wasn't all bloody, so he obviously didn't get me very well.